I had no intention of letting it escalate in the beginning. I wanted to let it build to something. But I don't know if it was just the feeling of being uncertain of what I'm saying right now.
No, sometimes you have to push it in the beginning in order to get there. I agree with you because I want you to try it again, but starting without getting in the trap of yelling. Yeah. Are you aware of your, like, the tone of voice that you're using to sing?
No. Okay.
Am I doing it again? You didn't do it like how I've heard you do it before, where it like goes all over the place. But I'm wondering because how you're talking to me now is a completely different pitch than how you end up doing a performance. But sometimes in your performance, you'll like go drop down to that like lower tone, I guess.
So it's the tone of my voice that's off?
It's not that it's off.
It's the stress she puts on certain words. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
It's like
Inflection. Like you're reenacting. Exactly.
There is a little bit of that. Okay. But yeah, it's like this higher pitched. It's not you. It's you performing.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I want you to just to be aware of it, to know when you're performing.
But something that's obvious, and obviously that's a distraction. So one of those.
I just know it's not you.
Okay.
It's you performing. I don't know how to explain it to you like other than that.
I'll just try to approach.
It's not a bad thing. That's what I'm saying. It's not coming across bad. But I want to see you, more of you. I think maybe a little bit of what it was, because this was a period, wasn't it? Wasn't it
Yeah,
like 40s
like
or 50s, something like that? Yeah. So I don't know if you're trying to tap into that, which you don't necessarily.
I haven't really. I'm kind of just feeling the words, and like I said earlier, I really feel like that era, the main difference is the attire. I mean, there is a lot more of the.
Then why are you attracted to this scene? Because what she's talking about.
It's exactly what she's talking about.
Okay.
It's one of those, I do relate to a lot of what she's speaking.
Okay.
So that's why I feel confused as why I'm having a hard time actually conveying it. Because if anything,
you never
it's
actually said this.
most of
Okay. Sit in the chair for a second, or sit on the ground, so wherever is comfortable for you. Pull it in, yeah. And I know you don't know the lines that well, but what's the first two lines?
No, Frank, this is what's unrealistic. It's unrealistic for a man with fine mind to go on working year after year at a job he can't stand. There's lots of semicolons. Close your eyes.
I want to just try something. This is not going to be pacing at all. Close your eyes and visualize why you're saying the things that you're saying to him. And when you open your eyes, I want you to say only 2 sentences at a time. And I want you to say it slowly but directly. What I mean by slowly, it doesn't necessarily have to be like pacing and slow, but I mean internalize the feeling of it so then you can project it clearly to him. Does that make sense?
Am I saying the internal dialogue, or am I saying the lines?
No, you're saying the lines. You already know your internal dialogue.
No, Frank. This is what's unrealistic. It's unrealistic for a man with a fine mind to go on working year after year at a job he can't stand. To come home to a place he can't stand. To a wife who is equally unable to stand the same things.
Close your eyes again if you have to.
Do you want to know the worst part? Our whole existence here is based on this great premise that we're special and superior to the whole thing, but we're not. We're just like everyone else.
Say that line again.
We're just like everyone else.
Sorry, say this, the last two lines again. That you think you're superior.
Our whole existence here is based on this great premise that we're both special and superior to the whole thing, but we're not. We're just like everyone else. Look at us. We bought into the same ridiculous delusion. This idea that you have to resign from life and settle down the moment you have children.
How ridiculous is that?
It's absurd.
I say it like it's absurd.
This idea that you have to resign from life and settle down like the moment you have children.
Say it again. This is absurd. Internal dialogue. This is absurd.
We've bought into the same ridiculous delusion. This idea that you have to resign from life and settle down the moment you have children. And we've been punishing each other for it.
How have you been punishing yourself for it? Have you been punishing him for it? You don't have to say it, but know it. And how badly does that hurt? Say it again.
And we've been punishing each other for it. I don't need everything we have here. I don't care where we live. I mean, who made these rules anyway? But the only reason we moved out here was because I got pregnant. Then we had another child to prove the first wasn't a mistake.
Now push it all the way out.
I mean, how long does it go on? Frank, do you actually want another child?
Get up. Take that line back again and get up. Use that line to get you up.
I mean, how long does it go on, Frank? Do you actually want another child? Well, do you? truth, Frank! You remember that? We used to live by it. And you know what's so good about the truth? Everyone knows what it is. However long they've lived without it, no one forgets the truth, Frank. They just get better at lying. So tell me, do you really want another child?
Say that to him just straight.
So tell me, do you really want another child?